Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf Plays the Beorning, and we're talking to Coroner here, and he said that Nar was excited about something, but what? Before the attack, Nar became very excited, and no amount of calming words from Frithgar could settle him. He moved from shelf to shelf in a certain section of the library, and in his agitated state, I could not even get his attention. I will point out to you the shelves. Perhaps this time you will find some relevant information that will help us to get to the bottom of this mysterious dwarf. The shelves are in the upper level on the north side of the library. Alright, we'll go to those shelves. Anything else here? What? Oh. Hail, Pineclaw! We move for Dunlin. Yeah, I'll just finish that quest up so that I don't have to worry about it. And I think this is about a good time to turn XP back on, so I don't forget it. All right, there we go. We can actually get experience. Yay! Yay for experience. All right, so let's head up this way. And let's search these new bookshelves. And here's the first one up to our left. Hopefully it has something useful. I found some pages which have been hastily torn from a larger volume, perhaps a diary or record of events, and seems to be only a few years old. Only a few years old, all right? Surprisingly cold for March. Our friend the ranger came by again today, and we spoke for a time about the situations in the north. His chief is on some errand in Mirkwood, but it seems to me that Trugon knows little of it as well. Nar has been in high spirits lately. I think he likes receiving visitors, though he does not always recognize them for who they are. Still, it seems to me he enjoys the company. He does spend a great deal of time in the mine. I only accompany him occasionally, but there are also only so many times I can see Thor's stone house standing empty before the melancholy is too much. Nar sees it as it was, I think, so I am content to let him visit by himself. These periods give me time to write in my book, which is fine by this dwarf. I think tomorrow I would walk down the coombe and see about picking more of the herbs that I have read about. Perhaps I will make the brew after all. It will be nice to have Nar to talk to again. So this must be back the first time he looked for that. All right, let's see what we have here. I have found a stack of loose papers, yellowed with age, which seem to have been placed back into the shelf randomly, with no regard for keeping them in order. And in the last month, a great number of supports have fallen, giving rise to much concern among the dwarves who have the stalls of Zigujabo. A dozen of our stonemasons were directed to repair these supports, and trade would resume shortly. With these stonemasons, with several wagons of materials, chiefly unearthed stone, but a number of fine gems, a gift to the dwarfs from Ketchel. We will see how hotly burn these forges, and if they can work the gemstones into their craft as well as are able to. And judging by the state the next page, it is even older, and only a few of these can be read. Time. We lost one of our own to the forbidden halls. They should seal it away and forget it was ever delved. All right. Ooh. And what's here? I found a book which the cover is missing. There are many missing pages, but have been recently read and was clearly put back carelessly. But the beast returned that night, and the walls all around shook with the sound of its fury. The doors were barred, and the bars bent with each mighty crash of the creature's bulk, and cracks began to appear along the links. "We must return it, younglings," We must return its younglings, yes, cried Sailor over the din, and he kept forward, knocking aside the warriors and braced the door with their bodies. The first bar was gone, and then the second. No, Sailor! They shouted, but it was too late. The third bar fell to the floor, and Sailor threw open the door. Old Stonetooth was through the doorway in seconds. Sailor was trampled underfoot, along with many good dwarfs that spoke against the capture of Pebblewort. It availed them nothing in the end. Stonetooth thundered down the length of the hall, braying for her young, and then an answering bleat. It drew her down aside the passage and steep stairways, the flagstones cracking beneath her great weight. The dwarfs freed Pebblewort from the cage, and many of them ran. Those that witnessed the reunion of mother and child did not survive to tell of it. But the next day, when the dwarfs ventured back to the broken halls, all was empty. Old Stonetooth and Pebblewort were never seen in those caves again, and none know where they went. But it's still said today, when the earth shakes, that Pebblewort is running beneath the mountains, expressing joy of his freedom, carving great channels in the walls of the deepest caves with his golden horn. All right, that's sort of the final bit of a story. Pebblewort. The Tale of Pebblewort. That could be quite a story to do, maybe when I am working on my poetry series for the Epic Storyline in Volume 3. I could revisit that. Alright, further secrets.
Oh, that was quite a battle, was
Yeah,
it not?
quite a battle, was it not? Ah, it has been a long time since Uruks dared to show their faces here. I must tell Thor when he comes back. Oh, well. But actually, that was that was actually more intelligible than his thing about gems the last time I talked to him after reading several books, because yes, there really were Uruks at the door. I do not know what to make of these dwarves. Neither do I have to tell you.
I do not know what interest Gnar could have in these topics.
A list of repairs of a dwarf hold in the White Mountains, a page from Frithgar's journal, and the story of some beast, likely more tale than true. I can think of no common thread to tie these together. Actually, as for the repairs, maybe the repairs were made because of the damage the beast did. Just as I could not the last time we tried to make some sense of the dwarf's curious behavior. Return to Halbrand and tell him that for now Zigurdun is safe from the Uruks. You should be able to find him among the huts of the western side of Lunok. Alright, fine. And we've got 5 more minutes before that's all cooled down. Actually, what all do I have in here? Oh, I guess I am going to have to go and look at that. Did I take this question? Oh, you have recovered a note that reads as follows. In the western reaches there is said to be a small dwarf home located in the mountains. It is believed to be several Devoniad who have gained entrance and are encamped there. We must enter there and kill everyone within. The consequences will be severe if you fail. Use care as you approach this cave, for very powerful Dragmoth, the Gweber and others dwell in the vale, and do not send scouts, as lone scouts would likely become Dragfather. Perhaps you should traverse the pass and speak with the hold refugees and warn them of the coming attack. Alright. Now, that's the travel to the Dwarf Hall and Thor's Coombe, which is where we are at right now. Now, this, though, eventually talks about a series of quests here that we are not going to do because, well, they're for groups and stuff like that. But You are quite bold to enter the hall unannounced. However, I've been here for the last several minutes. Thank you for bringing me the note to my attention. We shall prepare the hall for unwelcome visitors. Be wary of your journey in Thward's Coombe, for there are quite a few dangerous creatures in these lands. Alright. So we got rid of that, and it looks like something else needs a report. Sounds like we are going to have to... And this opens up all these fun little quests that are related to the Guiber, and we are not going to go after Guiber. No way. Instead, we are going to head down and go back to whatever that place is called. So the question is, should I take a long way down? Or should I wait a couple of moments? Actually, there's a deed that's related to going up and down this place. I really should do a time down there. Alright, good. Now, I guess you really don't need to see me do all this traversing, so what I will do is I will take a break now, and I'll see you again when I get to the village. Alright, we are back. And let's have a little discussion with Halbrad here.
I have bad news. We have found Ergothorn. He is dead.
Ooh, yeah, that's bad news, alright.
One of the scouts of the Occluth found Ergothorn's body this morning.
He found his body hidden behind a fall of rocks in the southern edge of the coombe. I think he was ambushed from hiding, as Wadu was, though it is strange that he was not slain by a sword, arrow, or bolt. He was killed by hand, the life choked out of him. For now his body is being kept in the Hall of Merking, to the northeast. You should examine Ergothorn's body, and see if we can learn anything from his fate. Alright, so Ergothorn is dead. This is the Brennan's Hall, not the Hall of Making. This is the Hall of Making, and before I do anything, I think I want to make sure I don't forget this. Alright, this is finished if, not that, it doesn't matter at all what I do with this since I'm no longer equipping this one. Alright, just close that out. Good, and maybe I'll just decon it. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to decon. Hello, decon. Yep. Oh, that lovely XP. And let's see, this is 318,000. And this is at level 50. No, I don't want to put 300,000 into a level 56 item because I need to unlock a little bit more first before I go around doing something like that. And that is not going to happen anytime soon because I don't think I have anything that resembles a... Actually, let's check my vault to make sure. What do I have in the way of...
What is your purpose here, Devodiard?
Legacy of Mine, Legacy of Victus, go to remote. Alright, yeah. Nothing to add any extra... no scrolls of delving, and I'm not going to worry about spending skirmish points on or anything like that. Alright, now let's see about this. Yeah, that looks like someone who might be Ergothorn. See, he is... Well, it looks like Gondorian armor. It is as Halbrad described. The man is wearing armor of Gondor and has no sword wounds on his body. But he is dead. I also notice a scrap of parchment clutched in one hand, which I pry loose and I read. To the Rangers. The dwarf has already told your foe much, and I fear that it will be enough to endanger not just your errand, but the delicate situation in Dunland as well. Things are not as he thought they were, but soon will be. He has been slowed by the uncertain concerning the errand of your company, but not stopped. They who swore the oath of Isildur at Eric, and know of them and of their home beneath the Dwimberg. But you do not know that some number of them sought to flee their curse, and came to hide in a place called the Forsaken Road among the Lich Bluffs. If you could be made to fulfill their oath to your chieftain's forebearer, you might not be lost. Not all remember the old ways, but I do. For Ithil that was lost, and for all else that was forgotten, I remain Ergothorn. Alright. Now, why is it that however I did not notice that letter before? Well, I mean, why do I have to find it? I know, because I'm the hero. La 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 la. Alright, I found a note.
He was unable to deliver that letter in life. He has done so in death.
Ah, I know not who set upon him in the wilderness, far from safety, but I believe it is the foe of which he speaks, or an agency of the enemy. I believe now that Ergothorn's enemy is our enemy as well. But now at last it has become clear. Whoever killed Ergothorn can move stealthily and strike without warning, but chooses to use neither sword nor bow. If this mysterious foe can move about without the knowledge of his prey, he may be overheard our conversation. If he too speaks with Nar, then he could be the source of the dwarf's information, but twisted into a form unbeknownst to Nar himself. And it all comes back to the Oathbreakers. Is Ergothorn right? Could they be compelled to fulfill their oaths? If we can learn what this is possible within the Forsaken Road, that will be a great boon to Aragorn. Speak with Radanir at our campsite in the grove and the trees to the east of Lunark, and tell him I want this investigated. All right. Let's go to Radanir. In Little Grove, yes, it looks like that we are going to hit 66 either during or right after finishing the instance we are about to do. I think that would be nice timing. I think that would be nice timing indeed.
Halberon's wishes are my own as well.
We will take the Forsaken Road and see what lies within. Oh, actually, that's finishing it. No, I don't want to level when finishing this quest. Alright, so I'm at a nice poise point that if I just do it just before the right times, then I can do it at the proper moment.
We must learn if Aragorn can compel the Oathbreakers to fulfill their oath.
If Ergothorn is right, a number of Oathbreakers fled to the Drimberg after Isildur cursed them and left Gondor. They traveled through the trackless wilderness seeking to escape the curse, and came at last to the Lich Bluffs. Did they find what they sought, or did they come to realize that there was no escaping their curse? I do not know. But if we can find the Forsaken Road where this group has finally remained, then we will learn something to our advantage. We may learn if Aragorn can compel them to fulfill their oath. I have spoken with Rold, the scout who found Ergothorn's body. He knows where the entrance of the Forsaken Road is, and will show us the way. Talk to me when you are ready, and I will assemble a group of rangers to investigate. And what is within that road? We will find that out in the next episode of Pineleaf Plays The Beorning.